Hey, what's up guys? Rev here. Today may be one of my most important videos to date. I'm not exactly the type to run down serious topics like this, but I know what is happening and what will happen going forward needs to be talked about, and hopefully this video gets shared around enough to make a difference before it's too late for many. This involves a major change being implemented by YouTube, a change that I would argue has an intentional collateral effect, one that will essentially destroy many channels across the platform. To give a very brief background to all this, a few days ago I made a video talking about how my own channel was recently shadow banned. In other words, largely hidden from the algorithm and video suggestions. That issue has been resolved. However, my own struggles with this process was compounded by the second action by YouTube, which I'll be talking about now. I believe that my shadow ban was actually removed a day or two before I even realized it, due to this new change affecting how my recent videos were being interacted with. I know you guys are about to explode from all this tantalizing foreplay, but I just wanted to give a little background before we got into the heart of this manga. Today's video begins with the home of the rotting brain cells, Twitter. It's here where I discovered what YouTube has been up to. These changes are not something you'll find officially announced. These changes are not original posts from their Twitter accounts. Rather, I stumbled upon this entire thing because one of my mutuals interacted with a response from YouTube to none other than Dolan Dark, the avian memer himself. I'm sure many of you are aware, but in case you aren't, Dolan Dark is a YouTuber, one that has been around for many years and is quite well known. His content, primarily consisting of short memes, typically around 30 seconds, makes Dolan the most clear representation of these new changes from YouTube, primarily the negative effects, and I will explain why very shortly. So Dolan starts off by making this tweet. Hello, is there a reason revenue has significantly dropped to about 10 cents per 1K views for people who make shorter videos? 10 cents per 1K views being extremely low, by the way. Think about that. At that rate, 1 million views would generate about $100. Obviously not a viable amount if it's your livelihood. Dolan then says, multiple people who make memes and animations I have spoken to have all been affected over the last 10 days. Is there a reason for this? Thank you. YouTube responds by saying, in a typical response bot fashion, hello there. Have you reached out to our creator support team? They're the best people to give more info about your question. For the average viewer, creator support is supposed to be this live chat option available for more established creators on this platform. From my own experience, it's not that helpful. They pretty much can only give you advice, and they don't have the actual authority to change much. Also, if your channel is in trouble, like times when you need them, let's say you get a strike on your channel, you lose access to creator help anyways. So yeah. Then Dolan responds, unsurprisingly, I did speak to them, but unfortunately, there was no concrete explanations as to why advertisers are suddenly no longer running pre-roll ads on shorter videos. YouTube responds with a two-part tweet. First saying, it may be less likely that ads show up on very short videos as we improve viewer experience and revenue over the course of their session on YouTube, which is news to me and literally every other creator because they never announced this publicly. Second, also creator support has more tools and resources to look into your estimated earnings, so it's best to follow up with them if you still have questions about it. Thank you for your understanding. Again, just more redundant bot talk. So up until this point, it seems YouTube is saying they will reduce ads on quote-unquote shorter videos. How short is short? How much reduced ads? Who knows? Not creators, that's for sure. To recap, all we know is that YouTube is disincentivizing short videos on YouTube, at least financially. But the way the algorithm works, if a video isn't monetizable, YouTube is less likely to promote it. After all, YouTube is a business. But we still don't know why this is happening. Well, after sifting through some of the responses to this original thread, I got more answers and even more uncertainty about the future of short videos and their content creators. One Twitter user responded to the thread by saying, this happens to my channel too. 90% of my videos are shorts. Earnings have dropped significantly these days. YouTube responds by saying, jumping in to clarify, ads aren't served on shorts, so they won't generate revenue. As we consistently work on improvements, there can be opportunities to monetize them in the future. Learn more here, reach back if needed. Now after hearing that, if you're like me, you're wondering what the hell these quote-unquote shorts are. So I clicked on the link provided and was led to this page where they give details about YouTube Shorts. This is a new feature on YouTube in its beta phase where it's being tested out in India currently and will be rolled out to the United States over the next few weeks. Shorts seem to be some amalgamation of TikTok and Instagram, creating short videos with a max duration of 1 minute. And although it's a bit confusing, it seems like YouTube's Creator Studio can create up to a 15-second long video under this format. Important to note, none of these videos will be monetizable, at least yet. Not even eligible to receive a share with the YouTube Premium feature. Okay, so reading through some of this link, let me address at least the positives of this new feature. Supposedly, it's being offered as a new tool to help fresh creators gain a following. I would imagine Shorts will be something like a separate area on YouTube, like the trending tab where people can view Shorts exclusively, which will mean better exposure for new creators. And for someone who's been through the process of building a channel, quick exposure like that can be very helpful towards building an initial following, which is very hard to do. However, we obviously have to address the bad and honestly nefarious results of this new feature. Number one, let's cut the nonsense. This is YouTube's attempt to compete with other social media platforms like TikTok. You know this video is sincere when I admit self-degrading things like this. Recently, my girlfriend got me into TikTok. Yes, I enjoy TikTok now. And don't get mad at me, blame the evil Chinese corporation for brainwashing me into liking it. But anyways, from my experience, TikTok offers a platform YouTube can't compete with right now. Try uploading videos with copyrighted music and sound bites on YouTube. If I played 3 seconds of a copyrighted song on this video, it would be instantly claimed or outright removed. I don't know what kind of legal mumbo jumbo they did, but TikTok has access to content that YouTubers can't touch. And now we move on to the second and more nefarious reason, is that I believe this entire format is another ploy by YouTube to rid themselves of unwanted creators. Trust me, that's not as insane as it sounds. YouTube has slowly been bleeding out creators, the regular people, over the course of the past few years. If you're not Jimmy Fallon or Ellen DeGeneres, they don't want you. You're not safe to monetize in their eyes. This new format, YouTube Shorts, are strictly unmonetizable at the moment, and this is a chance for YouTube to round up creators of all short content, meme channels, artists, animators, and take away their ability to make money on this platform, and eventually force some of them to leave. And this isn't something that is on the way. It's already happening. As we see from the Dolan Dark tweet, short duration content is getting cut. I know this from the few shorter videos I've uploaded over the past 2 weeks. They make a tiny fraction of what they typically would. And I'll tell you what, it works. It disincentivized me from doing that anymore. At the very least, short videos are not something I can rely on financially. And you're probably wondering, since they won't tell you, what is short defined as exactly? After clicking on my own videos using different browsers, clicking on videos of other similar channels that have short, medium, and longer content, anything below 3 minutes in length pretty much have no ads. 3 minutes seems to be the magic number. Anything below that, even a second, is short duration content subject to extremely limited ads. Of course, don't quote me on that, but that seems from my searching to be the number. For some people, this changes nothing. For many others, this is the end if things continue this way. The worst part of this all being, YouTube is doing this behind creators' backs, thinking they won't do anything about it. That's why there's no official announcement about this. That's why they are leading on creators, not giving necessary details. They just want people to quit. And for those wondering, I will be okay. At least half of my content avoids this anyways. And once again, just like many times in the past, I'll have to make some changes to adapt to this. But for many others, that option doesn't exist. So share this video. At YouTube on Twitter, since that's the only place they want to communicate on, share this message with your favorite content creator. Let people know about this so maybe we can put pressure on YouTube to reverse their actions. But either way, thank you for watching. I wish my fellow content creators out there the best, and I'll see you next time.